In 1881, Edgar Rice Burroughs attends the funeral of his uncle, John Carter, a former American Civil War Confederate Army captain who died suddenly. Per Carter's instructions, the body is put in a tomb that can be unlocked only from the inside. His attorney gives Carter's personal journal to Burroughs to read. In a flashback to 1868 in the Arizona Territory, Union Colonel Powell arrests Carter with hopes that Carter will help in fighting local Apache. Carter escapes his holding cell, but fails to get far with U.S. cavalry soldiers in close pursuit. After a run-in with a band of Apaches, Carter and a wounded Powell are chased until they hide in a cave that turns out to be filled with gold. A Thern appears in the cave at that moment and, surprised by the two men, attacks them with a knife. Carter kills him but accidentally activates the Thern's powerful medallion and is unwittingly transported to a ruined and dying planet, Barsum, known to Carter as Mars. Because of his different bone density and the planet's low gravity, Carter is able to jump high and perform feats of incredible strength. He is captured by the Tharks, a nomadic tribe of Green Martians and their Jeddak, Tarkas. Elsewhere on Barsum, the Red Martian cities of Helium and Zodanga have been at war for 1,000 years. Sab then, Jeddak of Zodanga, armed with a special weapon obtained from the Thern leader Matai Shang, proposes a ceasefire and an end to the war by marrying the Princess of Helium, Deja Thoris. The princess escapes and is rescued by Carter. Carter, Deja, and Tarkas's daughter, Sola, reach a spot in a sacred river to find a way for Carter to get back to Earth. They discover that the medallions are powered by a ninth ray, that is also the source of Sab Than's weapon. They are then attacked by a vicious race called the Warhoon under the direction of Shang. Carter and Deja are taken back to Zodanga. A demoralized Deja grudgingly agrees to marry Sabthan and gives Carter instructions on how to use the medallion to return to Earth. Carter decides to stay and is captured by Shang, who explains to him the purpose of Therns and how they manipulate the civilizations of different worlds to their doom, feeding off the planet's resources in the process, and intend to do the same thing with Barsum by choosing Sab than to rule the planet. Carter goes back to the Tharks with Sola to request their help. There they discover a ruthless brute, Tall Hagus, has overthrown Tarkas. Carter and an injured Tarkas battle with two enormous great white apes in an arena before Carter kills Hagus, thereby becoming the leader of the Tharks. The Thark army storms Zodanga, realizing their army is waiting outside Helium. John and the Tharks commandeer the Zodangan airships and fly to Helium. Carter defeats the Zodangan army, while Sab then is killed and Shang is forced to escape. Carter becomes Prince of Helium by marrying Deja. On their first night, Carter decides to stay forever on Mars and throws away his medallion. Seizing this opportunity, Shang briefly reappears and gives Carter another challenge, sending him back to Earth. Carter embarks on a long quest to find one of their medallions on Earth. After several years, he appears to die suddenly and asks for unusual funeral arrangements, consistent with his having found a medallion, since his return to Mars would leave his Earth body in a coma-like state, and makes Burroughs his protector. Back in the present, Burroughs runs back to Carter's tomb and uses clues to open it. Just as he does so, a Thern appears and raises a weapon before Carter appears and shoots the Thern in the back. He reveals that he had never found another medallion. Instead, he devised a scheme to lure Thern from hiding, thus winning Shang's challenge. Carter then uses the dead Thern's medallion to return to Barsum.